It's incredible that the St. Louis Cardinals and Chicago Cubs first played each other all the way back in 1882. That was 100 years before I was even born. And believe it or not, this year's NLDS marks their first ever postseason meeting. We are live here at the Idlewild Golf and Country Club in Sudbury, where Canada's longest match play running tournament is currently in progress. And over the years, we've seen countless memorable stories here at this tournament. Frankie, you've built up quite the reputation with this interview bombing. What's the whole motivation behind it?
It's just something joking around to do after a win, basically. It's pretty simple. You just go on the back of an interview and do something silly.
Isaac joins me now with a look at sports. And Isaac, we couldn't have asked for a better do-or-die game.
Oh, you know what, Sean? I think a lot of people expected a roller coaster ride, but nobody could have envisioned this. An epic, incredible Game 5. We have highlights of this once-in-a-lifetime night. It's all about the Blue Jays next. Here's a small sample size of what all the players had to deal with. As you can see, or in this case, cannot see, is that they had to pull the plug on very dangerous playing conditions. Now, we don't know at this point a makeup date yet, but we know this much. Tomorrow night is scheduled to be the real season opener in the Sioux. Nick Baptiste and Matthew Campagna remember watching Marcus Foligno tear it up here 3 years ago. His performance ended up catapulting him eventually to Team Canada's World Junior squad. Now, Baptiste and Campagna have their own motivation driving them tonight, but it doesn't hurt to have Foligno's success story serve as inspiration. Just when you think you've seen it all, today happens. In almost 30 years of watching sports, I can safely say from start to finish, Game 5 of the Rangers and Blue Jays might just be the best baseball game I've ever watched, to the game that you could write a book on. The Blue Jays trying to become the third team ever to come back from 0-2 down in the ALDS after losing the first 2 games at home. The man of steel, Marcus Stroman, making the biggest start of his life. Top 4 with Texas ahead 2-1. Josh Hamilton hits a sinking fly ball. Kevin Pillar, unbelievable diving catch. His teammates call him Superman, and for obvious reasons. Bottom 6, still 2-1. Edwin Encarnacion at the dish.
The bottom of the 6th, and the pitch, and a swing and a rocket. This ball's hit a ton, and this game is tied. Encarnacion just took the parrot for a walk.
We're just getting warmed up, folks. I hope you're ready for this madness. Top 7 with a runner on 3rd and 2 out. Russell Martin hits the bat of Shin-Soo Choo on his throw back to the mound. Rougned Odor breaks for home. The umpires award the run to Texas since Choo was still in the batter's box and didn't intentionally interfere with the throw. Manager John Gibbons out to argue the call. Then fans begin littering the field with beer cans. An ugly scene at the Rogers Center. Fans given a stern warning for their behavior. Even players wanting their faithful to control their emotions. Bottom 7, Elvis Andrus has a nightmarish inning for the Rangers. First, he boots Russell Martin's grounder. Next batter on the force to second, Andrus can't handle the short hop. Then Ryan Goins lays down the sac bunt. Andrus drops the throw at 3rd. Unbelievable. So the Jays gifted the bases loaded with none out. 2 batters later, Josh Donaldson hits a prayer just out of the reach of Odor. The tying run plates, and that sets the stage for Jose Bautista with 2 men aboard. Joey bats with one of the most clutch homers in Blue Jays history, and this is by far the greatest bat flip of all time. Canada explodes as Joey bats puts the Jays ahead 6-3. Beer cans once again litter the field. Rangers reliever Sam Dyson livid about the bat flip and the stare down by Bautista. That leads to both benches clearing. This game literally had everything. The police were on hand trying to restore order. We skip to the 9th. The Jays 1 strike away from the improbable.
3-2 the count. The pitch, swing and a miss, and it's over. The Toronto Blue Jays have defeated the Texas Rangers in 5 games, and they are headed to the American League Championship Series.
We've been through this many times. Rain one year, sun the next. We've seen better, we've seen worse. How do you assess the first day so far?
Day 1 is going off as planned. Thank goodness Mother Nature threw a bit of a curveball at us, but we are getting it in.
We welcome a household name from the Kraft Celebration Tour, Kate Burness from TSN Sports Center. We'll get into the Kraft Tour in just a moment. But first, what a wild NHL playoff ride we've been taken on. I want to hear your Cup predictions. Kate, who's winning the Cup? Ty Domi basically ran the city of Toronto during his tenure with the Leafs. Domi won the fan base over instantly with his hard-nosed, lay-it-on-the-line mentality. But now the torch has been passed on to his son, Max Domi, who plays for the Arizona Coyotes. Max, playing in Toronto as an NHLer for the first time. His dad was drafted and played 775 games over parts of 11 seasons with the Leafs. Max leads the Coyotes onto the ice, so he thinks. The rest of the team playing a little prank, sticking back in the tunnel. First period, Domi on with a man advantage.
They've got Duclair, Hansel, and Domi back together with Stone and Ekman-Larsson. Domi scores! Max Domi at the ACC has a power play goal here in his first game.
That's one proud papa. Second period, Klaus Dahlbeck beats James Reimer with a softie. Domi on the ice for that goal. Latter stages of the third, Leafs trailing 4-2. Morgan Riley beats former Sudbury Wolf Mike Smith. The Leafs suddenly within one. Then check out Riley's hops. What a ridiculous play he makes to keep the puck in the zone. The Leafs, though, were unable to score the equalizer. Domi and the Yotes escape Toronto with the 4-3 victory. A familiar foe is back at Memorial Gardens tonight as the North Bay Battalion and their winning ways get set to take on the reigning OHL champions, the Oshawa Generals. For that, we go to CTV's Claude Sharma live with your game day report brought to you by Rostall. Claude, the troops lost 3 straight to start the season, and now they're winners of 3 in a row. What has led to the turnaround? Turkey! We've had to wait all the way until Thanksgiving for the Argos and Als to hook up in the CFL this season. First quarter, Trevor Harris spots Deontay Spencer in the end zone. Argos up 7-0. We skip ahead to the fourth. Tied at 10, Harris airs it out for Torrey Gurley. He fights off the defender and makes the great grab for the touchdown. The Argos are up by 7. Ensuing Alouettes possession. Montreal's Tanner Marsh takes the snap, but then he gets stripped. The Argos will recover the football. They hold on for the 25-17 victory. The Cubbies trying to close out the Cardinals in Game 4. Top 6, Cardinals trailing 4-3. Brandon Moss, clutch, pinch hit, base hit. Johnny Peralta scores to tie the game. Jorge Soler guns out Tony Cruz at home. Great throw by Soler to keep this one tied at 4. Bottom 6, Anthony Rizzo smokes it. In case you forgot, the Cardinals won an MLB best 100 games during the regular season. Chicago back in front, 5-4. Next inning, it's Kyle Schwarber.
And Schwarber sends one high and deep, way back, and this ball is long gone.
That moonshot gives the Cubbies a 2-run lead, 9th inning. The Cubs 1 strike from history.
Montero now, and he takes his...
I wish all of you could be right here at this moment. Unbelievable atmosphere. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Cubs win. Cubs win. Cubs win. The Cubs are in the National League Championship Series.
The Cubs break one hex by winning a playoff series on home soil for the first time in franchise history. Charlie, you've fallen victim to this interview bombing. Now you're getting a little revenge? Silence is golden.